welcome to Delightful and Delicious. If this is your first time here, my name is Stephanie and I am so glad that you joined us. Now today I'm going to be showing you how to make spatchcock turkey. Now this turkey, I started making it probably 2-3 years ago and I have never gone back to the old way since. It's easier to do, the meat is even more juicy, the skin's super crispy, it's just absolutely delicious. You guys, if you aren't already a subscriber, please take a moment, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and notification bell. And let's go ahead and get into this. The first thing you want to do is go ahead and remove the little plastic insert called the hock lock from the turkey. And then go ahead and remove the giblets. Sometimes they're in a bag, sometimes they're not. Next, you just want to go ahead and give your turkey a good rinse in cold water, both on the inside of the turkey and on the outside. Take a couple of clean paper towels and pat all of the excess moisture off of your turkey. Make sure you get both sides of the turkey. Now to spatchcock our turkey, we're going to butterfly it, and we're going to do that by removing the backbone. Now grab yourself a pair of good kitchen shears or a serrated knife, and we're going to snip down both sides of the backbone of the turkey to remove it. Now don't throw away that backbone because you can use that to make turkey stock later on. Now just press down firmly on the keel bone to flatten the turkey out, and there you have it, a spatchcocked or butterflied turkey. Now that we've removed the excess moisture, we want to apply our brining mixture. Now here I'm using some kosher salt, sage, thyme, black pepper, some orange zest, and allspice berries. Now you want to season this very generously on both sides of your turkey. Now we're done applying our brining seasoning. So now we're just going to cover this turkey and put it in our refrigerator for 2 days. I like to put mine into a roasting bag, but you can absolutely just put this on a cookie sheet and cover it with some plastic wrap. After 2 days, we're going to take our turkey out of the refrigerator and remove the covering. And then you just want to pat off all of the excess moisture with a paper towel. Now you want to put your turkey on a sheet pan with a rack, breast side up, uncovered, and put this in your refrigerator for 24 hours. After 24 hours, your bird should look something like this. You can see here that the excess moisture has been drawn out of the skin, and this is how you get a crispy bird. At this point, we want to now get our turkey onto whatever sort of pan we're going to be roasting our turkey on. Now, ideally, what you want to do is put it on a rack so that the air is circulating around your turkey and the skin is going to get even more crispy. If you don't have a rack, and guys, I really want you to get a rack, but if you don't have a rack, that's absolutely fine. I also like to put my turkey on a bed of vegetables with maybe some aromatics on it. Here I have some celery, I have some carrots, some onions, I have some blood oranges, and I also have some lemons. So we're just going to take our turkey and we are going to butterfly it out and lay that on our pan. You want to make sure that the legs are facing outwards of the turkey. And if you have the tip on the wings, go ahead and tuck your tips in. I've cut my tips off. You can absolutely go ahead and pop your turkey into your oven just like this. Make sure that you are preheating your oven at 450 degrees so this can go straight in. Remember, we have already added some flavor to this with our salt, sugar, brine method that we did, and we also had some spices in ours, but I like to add a little bit more flavor to mine. So we are just going to take some olive oil here that also has our spices in it. And you use whatever spices that you want. You can use sage, poultry season, black pepper, a little bit of dried orange. You can make a Cajun turkey and use Cajun spices. I'm basically showing you the method here, not necessarily the spice mixture that you need to put on there. I don't have a lot of extra salt in here because remember, we use salt for brining our turkey. When we add our olive oil here, and you can also use butter, guys. You can use softened butter if you want to do that. This is going to make sure that we get a beautiful color on our turkey. So you want to make sure we get this on there. You just want to massage that into your turkey. And I like a well-seasoned turkey. You know what I say, nobody likes unseasoned meat. I've taken a little bit of foil and put it on the end of my drumstick so that they don't get too dark. And when it comes to cooking a turkey, you want to go more by temperature than time. So you want to make sure that your breast meat has reached 165 degrees. When you eat it, it is completely done. And you want your dark meat to be 185. So the best way to do that is to use a thermometer. Now, I like to use a thermometer that I can just stick in, and then this attaches to the outside of my oven, and I don't have to keep opening and closing my oven and letting my heat out. If you don't have that, you can also, use a digital thermometer or a traditional round thermometer that you would just stick in and that stays in. Whatever you have, that's what's going to work for you. I am going to stick this in the thickest part of the breast. You do not want to touch a bone. If you do, you're going to get a false read. So you just kind of want to go in at an angle, go all the way in, and make sure you are not touching the bone. You can kind of feel it if you hit a bone, and then you just want to pull it out and do it again. I've already set my thermometer here, and I'm going to go ahead and get this popped in the oven, and we'll be back. Now that our turkey is in the oven, we're cooking it at 450 degrees for 30 minutes, and then we're going to turn our temperature down to 400 degrees and let it continue to cook until it's all done. I like to rotate my turkey when it's about halfway done to ensure even cooking. So our bird has rested for 30 minutes to an hour, and so now I am going to just show you how to carve a bird. It's best if you go ahead and carve it in your kitchen and put it on a platter instead of getting it to the table and fumbling around with the turkey and stuff sliding all over the place. Just go ahead and carve it when you're in the kitchen. So get yourself a sharp knife, and we're going to start with our dark meat. And if you've cooked this right, it's practically going to just come apart for you. But you want to go in between the skin here. You want to bend that back and then just cut down. Super easy to do. These juices are running clear. This bird is perfectly cooked. Then you want to go down in between there. Ooh, crispy skin. And go ahead and cut your leg. And then you have your thigh. And then I'm going to do the other side. Now we're going to get our wings. Again, you want to find that joint. We're going to bend that back a little bit, and you can see the steam, so that's why I'm wearing gloves, because it's hot. You want to cut around the bone and then cut that off. See, nice clean bone there. I probably should have gotten a larger platter, but that's okay. We're going to work with this one. Now, when you get to your breast, you have that breastbone right there. You want to find that breastbone, and then you want to cut a little to the opposite side of that, or on the other side of that bone. Ooh, crispy skin. But cut as close to the bone as you can. And you're just going to cut down and around so you can make sure you are cutting off that breast meat, and get as much as you can. And there you are, nice clean breastbone. As you can see, that meat is beautifully done, juicy. Baby. All right, guys, here we are, our perfectly cooked, beautiful, golden brown spatchcock turkey. That's exactly how you do it. Now, our meat is super tender and juicy because remember, we did a dry brine. We don't have to do the wet brine anymore where we've got to deal with all the water and the turkey water splashing around and you gotta find somewhere to store it. No, this is much easier and it cooks in half the time and produces a much better, perfectly seasoned product. I hope you guys try this. Make sure you put this on a pretty platter and put your, lovely vegetables and stuff around it. Make this with some dressing. I have a wonderful recipe right here that I will link here and down below. If you guys, again, aren't already subscribed, please take a moment, hit that subscribe button and notification bell. All of the ingredients that I use are going to be down below in the description box. All of the ingredients and directions are going to be on my website at delightfulanddelicious.com. And remember, guys, the next time you're in the kitchen, that you are keeping it delightful and delicious. I will see you next time, guys. Bye.